Hey guys, welcome back to my craft room. So I have been making tons of embellishments. If you want to see them all, you can go on my Instagram. But I thought today I would share with you my little tool shaker mason jars and how I ended up putting them together. They are so easy. Like I just thought maybe a tutorial would be kind of nice to kind of tell you how I made them and how I finished them off and whatnot. I think they turned out so cool. So all I used to create my mason jars, which if you don't have, you could always download a template off of the internet and cut them out by hand. But I used a die/stamp set that is from Michaels, and I got it during the summer set. So I don't know if they probably still have it. You might be able to find it like on eBay maybe. This is the backyard table stamp and die set. But there are so many mason jar dies out there, and so many different sizes. But I really wanted the small one, so that's why I didn't go for my bigger one. So I just cut some out of some of my Doodlebug Valentine's paper, and I did two different papers, and I just cut those out. And then you're going to take some tulle, either red, pink, gold, whatever you want that matches your Valentine's. And if you're doing a different holiday or something, match your tulle accordingly. But all you do is take your mason jar and just kind of cut out the shape of or the size of tulle you need. So mine is just this size of rectangle. And then I'm going to use the pink as my background. So I'm going to take my tulle and put it right on top, and you're going to make sure your tulle is bigger than your actual mason jar. Flip it over, and then we're just going to go ahead and take some hot glue. This is where a rubber tip finger would work very nicely, because you're going to want to push that down. Or you could do a rubber spatula. I just use my fingers because I'm so used to the hot glue by now that sometimes it gets me, but most of the time it's just like, this is a daily occurrence. Doesn't quite affect me as much. Okay, so you're gonna just do your sides and your bottom, but leave your top open so you can put your shaker bits in there. You're going to want to use a larger chunk sequin rather than a glitter, because the glitter is just going to go right through your tooling. So I've got some fun Valentine's shaker bits from Michaels that I just put into a Ziploc bag. I am holding my mason jar with a little bit of a squeeze so that it kind of makes a cup in between the tulle and the paper. So you'll see by just squeezing the sides open a little bit, I can make it a little easier to put the sequin bits in. You don't want to over sequin so that they can still shake. And then you can go ahead and do your top with your hot glue. You could do a mix of sequins. I just want to do these hearts because they're like the perfect size, and I don't want to add anything else in there because I feel like it's just going to lose some of that just kind of niceness that it brings. It would be a little bit too much of chaos. So once you have all of your tulle glued to your back, then you can go ahead and do a layer of hot glue. And if you're going to put this straight on a project, you don't have to worry about this. But because I'm going to be giving them as, embellishment gifts and other things, I'm going to just take a second mason jar cut out of some other paper and just put that right on top. And then if you want to add it, you could do some foam tape. When I put them in their little baggies, I'll put some foam tape on it and then stick it to a piece of cardstock or pattern paper. So then to give it a little bit of a finishing look, I'm just going to take some, actually it's after Christmas sale ribbon, and it is just a red and white polka dot. I thought it would be perfect for Valentine's, and it has a little bit of glitter on it. For this, I am using a longer piece of ribbon so that it can go on the back side as well, just to finish it off a little bit nicer. But of course, you could just do on the top, on the actual shaker part. And then I just left a little bit of an overhang, just for a little bit of cuteness. And you could, you know, have your overhang on this side. But then I cut out some little hearts, and I have been doing, I'll show you here, either a pink side or the red side. And I like to kind of coordinate, but then I also did one where I did a red with a white button. So it kind of is a preference, you know, whatever you feel like doing. I think I'm going to do the red side and then a red button for this one. I'm just going to put a little hot glue on the back there. Put it to the side. And I feel like that happens all the time. You have a clear kind of where you should, or, you know, could put your little embellishment on top of your embellishment. So then I'm just going to put some glue on my button. You could do some twine. You could do even more sequins put on right here. You could do a flower. There are so many different ways to kind of decorate your little mason jar shaker. But I think they are so cute, and they're going to look so good on some projects, and they're going to fit perfectly on a pocket letter because they're so little. But then, you know, they're still a nice contained shaker, so you can take it out, or, you know, it's just a nice little embellishment to have. But those are my mason jar tool shakers. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope to see some of your guys' projects. You know, you can link them to me on Instagram, or you can share on my Facebook group or my Facebook page. I would love to see if you make any of them. And also check out my Instagram if you haven't seen any of the embellishments that I've been making. Probably when I do go ahead and make my actual Valentine stuff, I'll be showing the embellishments that I make. But right now I'm just kind of in the phase of creating them. Getting like a whole bunch. I've even, like, I grabbed a little baggie just to kind of keep them all together for Valentine's Day. But I hope you guys are having a crazy day. Good crazy, not bad crazy. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.